Well, I don't want to say that this was just like kind of inevitable, but it was kind of inevitable. When CBS was handed over specifically to Barry Weiss, what did she want to make this all about? I don't know, pageantry and basically irrelevant fucking nonsense. The fact that she's essentially trying to aim to sideline voices like Hassan Piker, Tucker Carlson, and fucking Nick Fuentes to elevate charismatic figures like Alan Dershowitz and Dana Loesch is fucking nonsensical. Yeah, dude, the great pedophile defender, fucking Alan fucking Dershowitz, is who you want to elevate it to be a main prominent voice in the fucking media right now. I think the like most recent thing Alan Dershowitz was on News Nation talking about well, it's not pedophilia if you decide to fuck a 17-year-old and 10-month-old girl. It's actually still a phebophilia, and it's technically should not be pedophilia. So I don't know, Barry. Like if you wanna fucking die on that hill, that's that's your fight, girl. You can have fun with that. What do we have here?
All of us see the moment that we're in. And all of us see that the choices that it feels like we have sometimes, which is Hassan Piker and Tucker Carlson or Nick Fuentes and, Andrew Tate, the kind of people that are rising in the podcast charts, those don't.
I wonder why she's saying this specifically. Couldn't it be because of the fact that a lot of people are not big fans of the state of Israel? Because again, how did she essentially come up to before? And we're gonna get to also again Sarah Hurwitz, who has been putting out banger after banger about the consequences of the attacks on October 7th by the state of Israel, deciding to do the fucking ethnic cleansing of Palestinians within Israel. The reason why there is now an avenue, a opening for the fact that a bunch of people do not like the actions of the state of Israel is because of weirdo fucking motherfuckers like you wanting to deflect away from the fucking ethnic cleansing that is happening to the Palestinians. And people are rather sick and fucking tired of all these Zionist fucking freaks trying to bully around a bunch of people and being extremely cringe and annoying on the fucking internet, wanting to defend things that are being very, very clearly shown in the minds and the eyes of the American people, and that is a killing of women, children, and innocent men who have done basically absolutely nothing and have to pay for the sins of the terrorist organization that is currently leading them, that they did not really have much of a choice to have to put into fucking power. Like, a bunch of people in 2006 voted for Hamas because they were presenting a differing path forward. And by the way, they went to war with the PA, with the Palestinian Authority, Hamas. There's technically a civil war going on between them, where Hamas and the PA fought one another for control of the fucking Gaza Strip because of like some election shenanigans that was pulled by Hamas. But whatever, they won the fucking majority in that district, not district, but in that fucking election, 44%, I believe, something like that, better than every other party that was running for control of the Gaza Strip, well, not for leadership of the Gaza Strip. And what did Hamas do after that? Oh, they basically clamped down and ended all fucking elections right there, which is what prompted the civil war. And then Israel, in its propaganda, likes to conflate everyone that lives in the Gaza Strip as being Hamas, which is non fucking sensical. The political wing, the militant wing of Hamas are completely different from one another, and they have differing goals in terms of pursuit of mine, with the overall goal being, or different ways to want to pursue their goal, with the overall goal being, can we just like be left alone from by the Israelis because they just keep bombing the shit out of us for like literally no reason after we kicked them out in 2005 and they left the fucking settlements that they were illegally doing in the Gaza Strip during 2006 after we had the second and fucking Intifada. But whatever. For people like Barry Weiss, this freak fucking Zionist who only exists to just bully university professors that don't agree with her and is generally seen as like an ostensible, miserable little freak who has to now gets to directly report to Larry Ellison in terms of what actions happen at fucking CBS News. So time for CBS News to have way worse fucking reporting and coverage because of this fucking freak being at the head of it. So that's cool. That's great. Fantastic. Very cool. And Larry Ellison, by the way, looking to buy even more fucking media companies as well, and is going to probably have this freak in charge of all of that. So that's great. That's cool. The further degradation of the credibility of American media happening more and more because of the Trump administration allowing for these fucking corporate mergers. Almost as if having corporatized media might be a bad thing, guys. I'm just saying. Might be a bad thing. And as a result, it's making basically everything worse in terms of reporting, in terms of the quality of reporting. Way worse. Because of freaks like this, bullies and charlatans like this being allowed to be at the head of all of these media institutions. But again, let's listen to fucking Barry Weiss cope and seethe about the fact that Israel is extremely fucking unpopular with the American people.
Actually represent our values, and I don't think that they represent the values and the worldview of the vast majority of Americans. And so this is an opportunity to speak for the 75%, for the people that are on the center left and the center right that still believe in equality of opportunity, that still believe passionately in the American project, that still believe in all of the things that everyone in this room believes in, which is liberty and freedom and individual responsibility, and in the most basic level, the right to know what
64% of Democrats are saying that they are okay with socialism. She's wrong here. Completely fucking inaccurate assessment here from Barry Weiss. But then again, she's like a dumbass fucking liberal Zionist who has always been incredibly fucking out of touch with the general consensus of the American people. Just nonsensical from this dumbass.
Is actually going on in the world, not the world as propagandists and ideologues imagine it to be, but what's actually going on in the world and in your community, so you can make decisions about where to send your kids to school, about where to live, and about how to vote. That used to just be normal. And
okay, so how are you going to address the affordability crisis there, Barry? Like, you're just trying to say all of this because of the fact that you are trying to cope and seethe and maul about the fact that Israel keeps fucking bombing innocent children. Here. And like aid workers and everything. But here, let's go through some fucking classics. Israel bombing aid workers. Classic that I've pulled up. Israelis attacking known aid worker locations. I think this might be the stuff that people are having a problem with, specifically, Barry. The fact that the U.S. will still send billions upon billions upon billions of fucking dollars to a rogue state, a genocidal fucking rogue state who has broken the fucking ceasefire hundreds upon hundreds of fucking times at this point, Barry, and they keep getting more and more money to keep bombing and breaking the fucking ceasefire that's been put in place. So they've bombed aid worker locations. They have bombed journalists as well, all of which, by the way, are fucking international fucking crimes. So again, attacks on Yemeni newspaper, second deadliest attack on journalists ever recorded. Who else have they fucking attacked? Of course, they bomb hospitals, right? Which is also illegal. Double strike on a fucking hospital. This was a rather famous example where they did a double tap on a hospital because they attacked a hospital, killed a bunch of people, then the aid workers went in and they bombed again. Again, like, this is nonsensical. They also bomb refugee camps. They love attacking fucking refugee camps. And we can go through a long list here of all of the people, of all of the, refugee camps that the Israelis fucking bombed. And they also bomb schools. It doesn't matter. This was like a bomb, whatever. This is what people are sick and tired of, Barry.
And the goal of what we're trying to do at CBS is to get back to that normalcy. And I feel incredibly energized and enthusiastic because I think that is where the vast majority of Americans actually are.
Oh. Nonsensical. Oh, hey, Ben Shapiro, what's up? No, people are sick and fucking tired of the current fucking neoliberal status quo. What you want, Barry, is just more and more fucking Palestinians to be turned into fucking mulch because you are a fucking freak who just wants to see a bunch of people die for no reason. That is it.
So that articulation of that set of goals to speak into the lives of the 75%, how are you going to do that? What's your strategy for success?
So I think one of the problems is a lot.
I love how the immediate question is not like, what evidence do you have to say this is 75% of people who agree with your position? No, then we're not going to ask about that? Okay.
Of people have tried to do centrist news. I know this because I am like the target audience for those things. And the reason that they have all failed is it's like trying to force feed spinach down someone's throat, right?
If you see most of the dreck that fucking the Free Press puts out, it's mostly right-wing fucking drivel. All constant attacks about like wokeness and fucking DEI and the left has gone way too far left. Look at the left going way too far left. Look at the left going way too far left. And that's like a basic synopsis of the Free Press, I think, in like 30 fucking seconds. That is it. So you are not centrist, you are right-leaning. That is it. You are just a conservative outlet who is now getting I don't know, their faces eaten by the fucking leopards, when inevitably the conservative base within America, especially younger fucking conservatives, are going like, man, fuck all this bullshit with fucking Israel and all the bombings that they're doing. We just keep sending a bunch of money more and more for like this fucking quagmire for no reason. You know what? Fuck you. Suck my dick. Eat my shit. We're just gonna become far right fucking weirdos. Because of stuff like this, Barry. Because of shit like this. And you and Ben Shapiro and all these motherfuckers are not helping the situation. The 75%. Okay, dude. Nice meme. 9% of Democrats approve of the actions that Israel is currently taking within the fucking Gaza Strip. And also, a lot less younger fucking Republicans also disapprove of the actions of Israel as well. This is a fight that you have lost. You have lost credibility. It is over for Israel.
It's felt very like tofu, oatmeal. It's like centrist news is choosing the midpoint between every single topic. It's felt like an absence of charisma and identity. And I, as nostalgic as people might be for an era in which 30 million Americans every night watch Walter Cronkite and saw him as the voice of truth, and I understand why they're nostalgic for that, we're not going back to that. So how do you build...
What the fuck are you talking again? Like, what is the evidence for any of this stuff? Like, who is clamoring for more centrist neoliberal news? That's what CNN is for. Unless you think it's like got a leftist bias or some shit. Like, it's fucking nonsensical. It's stupid.
Build trust in a moment of unbelievably low trust in all of our public institutions, especially the mainstream press. I don't think it's bad.
Because you people are liars and do coverage for the rich and the powerful, and people have found out that commodified fucking media, like dipshits like yourself, only cover for the rich and the powerful. And people have had enough. People want some form of economic emancipation. And you're a stuck-up, rich fucking centrist, conservative in reality, who could give less of a flying fuck about, the average fucking American. Because again, the average American actually hates Israel, so therefore we have to stamp on the average American and get them back in line. That's all that there is to it with the stupid dumbasses like this.
Pretending like we can go back to having a view from nowhere. I think it's about who's in the room, right? I think it's about redrawing the lines of what falls in the 40-yard lines of acceptable debate and acceptable American politics and culture. I don't mean that in like a censorious gatekeeping way. I mean having people that are clearly...
Bro, shut the fuck up about... that is exactly what you mean. You want to censor people because, again, Barry Weiss got university professors that she had fucking fired from their job because she would constantly cry fucking anti-Semite when she heard something that she did not like exactly. Because, again, propagandized fucking freak.
Identifiably on the center left and on the center right in conversation with each other. And we've been doing so much of this at the Free Press. I was in, where was I? Chicago. Last week, I think I've lost all track of time, where Dana Lash, former spokeswoman from the NRA, was debating Alan Dershowitz on guns. Now, these are people that have wildly different opinions on the Second Amendment, and yet showing that they can have good faith, very passionate, very charismatic disagreement and still like each other at the end of the day. We think it's important.
Two conservatives are having a debate with one another. Yeah. And they probably didn't really have an impassioned fucking debate. Like, again, dreck nonsense. Yeah, you want to uphold and elevate fucking charismatic figures like Alan Dershowitz, who consistently defends pedophilia on fucking News Nation. Okay, dude, nice meme.
Important. And so for me, it's always about the curation. Like, who's in the room? How are you showing centrist news not as the absence of disagreement and the absence of charisma, but explicitly charismatic and disagreeable, and yet doing it in good faith. And the other way you do it is, okay, by being really honest with your audience. Like,
Yes, being very honest with your audience, despite the fact that Barry Weiss has consistently lied about left-leaning positions throughout her entire fucking career and built her career quite specifically on fucking cancel culture, getting rid of fucking university professors that she did not approve of. Very, very cool. But, moving on to fucking Sarah Hurwitz, describing her post-October 7th campus intervention tour to save Jewish students who rejected Zionism. Oh boy, she's going after anti-Zionist fucking Jews. Oh, I am so fascinated to see where this goes. Like, I'm at a lot of campuses. Israel is in the same moral bucket as the KKK and the Nazis, right? Well, considering the fact that they are doing an ethnic cleansing of the fucking Palestinians right now, constantly bombing refugee camps, constantly bombing aid workers, bombing hospitals, killing journalists. I think that's an accurate fucking assessment to make there, Sarah. Don't think that's ridiculous to say. So if I said to you, Jonah, look, I'm a Nazi, sure, but I'm a liberal Nazi, that's insane, right? What the fuck are you talking about? Do you not understand the concept of a capo? Oh, it was a bunch of fucking Jews who would work with the fucking Nazis, you stupid motherfucker. And that happened consistently because they thought that they would be safer for longer and could potentially make it through the Nazi regime. Didn't work out that way. They all ended up getting fucking thrown to the Holocaust anyways. So, again, this is fucking nonsensical, dude. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? There are plenty of fucking liberals who espouse incredibly racist, idiotic beliefs, such as yourself. Stupid. That's insane, right? Or, I'm in the KKK, but I don't hate minorities. Like, that's monstrous. Like, come on, we're not gonna have a conversation about that. Are you saying that about, like, anti-Zionist fucking Jews? That they are KKK members who don't hate minorities? Is that the fucking comparison that we're making here? Like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude? Like, yeah, fucking anti-Zionist Jews are liberal Nazis because they don't agree with the genocide that is currently being orchestrated by Israel. It's so fucking stupid. What do we have here?
October 7th happens, and I'm texting with them. I'm like, do you still want me to come? Like, what should I do? And we decided the tour would go on. And so it wasn't a response to October 7th. It was really planned beforehand, but it became a response to October 7th. And it was, I came straight from like 1997 to 2023, and the shock that I felt. On so many, we're very distracted by these.
I think that might be the main problem here. The fact that your fucking brain space is still in 1997 with Bill Clintonite fucking politics. Dude, Francis fucking Fukuyama and his goddamn consequences will be affecting us for generations to come.
These big encampments and protests, which are terrible, of course. But I'm much more worried about the
free speech, motherfucker. What? You don't like the fact that these students are actively participating in their free speech rights, protesting a fucking genocide that they have seen very clearly on fucking TikTok of all places? You are a fucking monster. You're a demon. No one should be fucking treating someone like Sarah Hurwitz fucking seriously. You just prefer to have moral abhorrence be the fucking norm. Again, we've talked about all the fucking various crimes of Israel. Bombing aid workers, refugee camps, hospitals, journalists. This has been the deadliest conflict for journalists from every war combined, including World War II, you fucking freak. But again, I've said this before. People like Sarah Hurwitz and Barry Weiss are affected by the paranoid fucking schizophrenia that is Israeli Zionist fucking propaganda, saying that they are constantly being under attack for their supposed fucking Jewishness. Their Jewishness, of course, being the fact that they believe in an ideology that pushes for ethno-nationalism and a Jewish fucking supremacist state, which, guess what? A lot of people are not fucking big fans of because they keep bombing literally everybody around them, and they have not stopped bombing despite the fact that there has been multiple ceasefires signed. They kept bombing Lebanon after the ceasefire. They've kept bombing Gaza after the fucking ceasefire. They even are starting to go in more and more and more aggressive into the fucking West Bank, despite the ceasefire saying that they should not be doing that. This is why people are sick and fucking tired of weird schizo fucking freaks, schizo fucking Zionists such as yourself, Sarah.
pervasive, systemic atmosphere on these campuses, like the air kids breathe.
Yeah.
In a lot of campuses, Israel is in the same moral bucket as the KKK and the Nazis, right?
Good.
So if I said to you, Jonah, look, I'm a Nazi, sure, but I'm a liberal Nazi. That's insane, right? Or, oh, I'm in the KKK, but I don't hate minorities. Like, that's monstrous. Like, come on, we're not going to have a conversation about that. And that's what I think a lot of students on campus hear when a Jewish student says, well, look, I'm a Zionist, I'm a liberal Zionist, I care about Palestinian rights. It's like,
But you don't. No, you do not care about fucking Palestinian rights. Clearly you do not. I don't know how many times this has to be fucking said. You just want to be lazy about the fact that, oh, well, if Benjamin Netanyahu wasn't the main guy in fucking power, then it would totally be okay. When this is a thing that is systemic with the state of Israel and of itself. There has been consistent polling done within Israel talking about how they were always okay with the bombing of the Palestinians, just so long as the hostages get back. If they managed to get all the hostages back, but they continued the fucking bombing of the Palestinians, they would be okay with it. The problem, fundamentally speaking, is with the state of Israel in of itself.
Israel is now so evil, so untouchable that there's no point of contact you can have with it, just like there's no point of contact you can have with the KKK or Nazis. And once you're in that level of rationality, there's no conversation to be had. So many Jewish...
It's not like everyone's seen the fucking videos, Sarah. We all have all the fucking goddamn evidence and all the reporting. Again, 5 journalists among 20 killed in Israeli double strike on fucking hospitals. Like I said before, these are crimes. And people have seen the videos of these crimes, Sarah. And people are sick and tired of all these crimes being fucking committed. I thought you were a liberal and you cared about the sort of international fucking order. And you cared about upholding fucking human rights. Well, here's a state clearly violating international law, the international fucking order, and violating people's human fucking rights. You are not a fucking liberal. You just agree with fucking fascism. You're not liberal. You're a fucking conservative. Get the fuck out of here with this stupid bullshit.
Jewish students told me they tried to meet with their classmates who were harassing them and like have a conversation, and they would be told, no, that would be normalizing Zionists. I just thought like the extremity of this, and it's so confusing for these poor college kids because they're...
I don't believe her. I don't believe her. I simply put, I don't believe her. I would like to see some fucking evidence for this because again, consistently when there were videos of Zionists trying to be fucking provocateurs against the anti-Zionist protesters, they would consistently be told like, hey, can you please stop doing that? Like, you're being kind of annoying. Like, stop doing this, because they would try to provoke a reaction from the protesters, so then a campus police and the police in general would come in and further fucking crack down. And there was no fucking evidence of any of the fucking Jewish students being blocked from walking on certain parts of fucking campus. There's just no evidence whatsoever. But again, like I said before, the paranoid schizophrenia that is in every fucking Zionist's fucking brain because of all of the propaganda that's been drilled into their fucking goddamn heads over years upon years upon years that has not been actively fucking challenged. They all think that everyone is constantly out to get them. Like, I have to be in fear of literally people who do not agree with the fact that we are committing a fucking genocide. So again, spare me it, Sarah. Like, you are just okay with the current moral abhorrence that is happening in fucking Israel. You just want to see Palestinian children be turned into mulch. You're just fucking okay with that. It's complete fucking bullshit, dude.
Their anti-Semitism education has been Holocaust education.
Right.
So they get to campus, they're like, well, there are no Nazis here, but I feel really unsafe. And so I'm going to gaslight myself and say, well, maybe it's anti-Zionism, not anti-Semitism. And I have to walk them through like, okay, if a classmate of yours, I was like, can I walk through your campus with a t-shirt?
So again, I guess like Sarah Horowitz is still upset about the fact that Holocaust education was too good in the fucking United States of America. Genuinely fuking insane.
That says, I love Israel. And they're like, oh God, no. I'm like, okay, what if a black student came to you and said, my campus is great for black students, but I can't wear my Black Lives Matter t-shirt, I get harassed. And the student's like, oh, that's racism, that's terrible, right? Gay student says, my campus...
This is a fucking stupid fucking comparison. Do you know how fucking Israel treats minority populations within its fucking borders? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? This is again, paranoia, schizophrenia with this person. Black Ethiopian Jews get treated like shit by fucking Zionists. You are not allowed to get married if you are a queer couple within Israel. You can have it be recognized civilly if you marry outside of the fucking country. And they do that purely because of, oh, American gay Jews who might also come to fucking Israel. That's why they do it that way. But if a gay couple wanted to go in and get married in Israel, they would not be allowed to get the civil licenses to be able to get officially married there, Sarah. So again, for all of these things that you pretend to care about with like liberal civil rights, Israel tramples on them consistently. Fucking complete nonsense, dude.
Great for queer students, but if I wear my pride t-shirt, I will be harassed. Like, it's not great. That's homophobia.
Right.
So it's like, so how come if you wear your Israel t-shirt and you get harassed, you don't think that's anti-Semitism? And they're like,
Because they're currently bombing a bunch of people. They're bombing their neighbors, and they're bombing a minority population that is within their borders. That is why.
no, but the problem, it's not Jews, it's Israel. I'm like, okay, what if your Chinese American classmate wore a t-shirt that says I love China? Even if your classmate's
She's doing, by the way, she's doing the constant fucking conflation here between Zionism and Judaism, which is part of the reason why there's been such a rise in fucking anti-Semitism, because it's as Norman Finkelstein himself said. I'm not surprised that the Yemenis are or rather the Houthis are anti-Semitic, because the only Jews that they ever knew were fucking Zionists. So why should I be surprised about the fact that they do the conflation? Israel does that conflation consistently. It's not the exact quote from Norman Finkelstein, but he had that exact sort of logic, right? And the logic tracks. A lot of people are more and more anti-Semitic nowadays, Sarah, because of, again, propaganda that you are pushing, constantly saying that Jews and Zionists are the exact same thing when they are not. One is a religious and cultural affiliation, and the other is an ethno-nationalist ideology. These are completely different things, Sarah, and you are contributing, unironically, her saying like stupid fucking nonsense like this is creating more and more fucking Nazis by the day, unironically.
knew what a terrible human rights violator China is, I'm guessing they would think, well, okay, I'm sure she doesn't love the Chinese government. She's probably just passionate about her heritage, or maybe she's studying Chinese history or language. I think your classmates would give her the benefit of the doubt.
Right.
And that is not something that happens for Jewish students. And it's Dara Horn, who's one of my best.
Because it's not the same, dude. Like, there is no attachment that most American Jews and a lot of fucking European Jews have to Israel, besides in like a sort of like a little bit of like a weird sense. Whereas if you were born in a certain country, it's a little fucking different. It's a little fucking different. It's like saying like all these like Irish immigrants have such a huge attachment to America because they decided to immigrate over there or something. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about? No, they're still going to have attachments to the old countries that they came from, bringing in a bunch of traditions that they used to have from there consistently because that's where they fucking came from, Sarah. Like, it's fucking stupid. Guess what? Most Jews are not born in fucking Israel. Most of them were born outside of Israel and decided to immigrate into fucking Israel. Like, again, it's fucking nonsensical, dude.
Friends and an amazing Jewish author, she talks about the difference between poor anti-Semitism, which is like, you're a Jew, you're bad, I'm going to kill you. There's nothing you can do to be good. You can't convert, you're bad, I'm killing you. Whereas there's another kind of anti-Semitism, which is like, you're a Jew, you're bad, there is something you can do to be okay. You can give up whatever it is that I, the majority, think is disgusting about Judaism. And so back in the day, if you were a Jew converted to Christianity, they wouldn't kill you. For some time at least.
Yes,
for a while, maybe.
Lucky.
If you got lucky, you could convert. And today, I think I think about my parents' generation, the 50s, if you were a Jew and, just get rid of your last name, your nose,
right.
your Jewy gestures, right? Be less Jewy and then you're safe. Today, it's, get rid of your Zionism and then you're safe. And so you see these poor kids.
Again, like, constant fucking conflation here. This is extremely fucking dangerous. And saying stupid shit like this is making more and more Nazis by the fucking day. You can drop a fucking ideology. No one is fucking saying for you to get rid of the fucking Jew nose or whatever like cultural practices that you have. It's so fucking stupid. Yeah, exactly, Boy Meets Mini. Zionism is not a fucking immutable characteristic. There are plenty of anti-Zionist Jews who would be like, no, like what the fuck are you talking about? Again, it is an ideology. It is a thing that you believe in, which means it is something that can be convinced out of you or something. Or if you do some reading, look on fucking social media, which is why all these motherfuckers want to take away fucking social media from these people and funnel them more and more into Zionist fucking sources, because they know that the ideology is starting to lose footing in the minds of the American people. Israel, like I've said before, no longer that third rail, that very, very safe third rail of fucking politics. Not anymore. People more and more have been coming out against fucking Zionism, because people see on social media rather fucking clearly all of the abhorrent actions that the Israeli government keeps carrying out in their name with their fucking tax dollars. And as a result, they are terrified, and they're just like, ah, fuck. Shit, we have to kind of do something about this, otherwise we are going to lose the ability to continue with our stupid fucking ethno-state. It's so fucking stupid. It would be like saying nationalism is immutable to being Christian. It's actually anathema if you actually understand the word. Exactly, Boy Meets Minnie. But do you think like dumbasses like Sarah Horowitz read the fucking Torah and got any of those fucking interpretations? Probably not. Do you think that she's been around fucking anti-Zionist Jews listening to their perspective? Probably fucking not. If she's spewing a bunch of dreck like this.
Who are like, they're like, my rabbi growing up told me Israel was great, and then I got to campus and I learned they were genocidal, colonial Nazis. I saw the light. I had an epiphany, and then I took anti-Zionism and anti-colonialism into my heart, and now I'm saved. And their classmates are like, now you're saved. You're a Jew who's seen the light. And it's like,
that is fucking nonsense. Nobody fucking thinks of it like that. Generally speaking, and if you actually talk with most fucking anti-Zionist Jews, like Adam Friedland, and there was an individual who is the individual who's the head of If Not Now. You know how they started becoming anti-fucking Zionists, Sarah? They started reading. They started gaining knowledge, which is why I'm saying, like, Zionism is very similar to conservatism. It is inherently fucking intellectual, because they understand that, if people actually start to read a lot of the history about the actions of Zionists and the Zionist state of fucking Israel, they'll come away with being like, oh fuck, what the fuck is this shit? This shit is fucking crazy. This is really bad. This is not what I think, I thought would be my Heckin' sort of cool Israel Areno. Like, what is this? What's going on here? Which is why Zionist propaganda constantly downplays a lot of the fucking human rights violations and crimes that they consistently do. Again, like I said before, bombing journalists, bombing hospitals. They bomb refugee camps constantly, all the time. These are all things that are against the liberal international order that you pretend to fucking care about, Sarah. And people, again, like I've said before, getting rather fucking sick and tired of the fact that, Israel just keeps doing all of this incredibly fucking illegal shit with their fucking tax dollars, and keeps bombing women, children, and innocent fucking bystanders consistently in highly illegal acts, highly fucking illegal bombings all the fucking time. And you're just mad about the fact that people have had enough of the fucking psychotic justifications that you people have had in order to hand-wring away the crimes of a clearly genocidal fucking rogue state. I don't think there's really much else to say besides these two dumbasses right here, these Zionist fucking freaks, just want to basically take away your information, the ability for you to be able to engage with whatever news, whatever fucking outlets that you want, in order to basically retake them for themselves and begin to spew out more and more fucking pro-Zionist fucking propaganda, because they know that they're losing. They're afraid. So now they're taking more and more fucking drastic measures in order to try to reassert themselves in terms of the sort of propaganda war. But it's over. It's not going to work. People have seen enough videos and have had enough of the fucking actions of this rogue, genocidal fucking ethno-state. And there's nothing that these two stupid motherfuckers can fucking do about it. Don't think there's really much else to say besides that.